We're basically swimming in a sea of data every single day. I mean, think about it. Weather forecasts, sports stats, even our own screen time reports. It's everywhere. But all that data can just feel like noise. So how do we turn it into something that actually makes sense? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out.
Imagine you're looking at a long list of numbers. Say the runs scored by every player in a cricket season. On its own, it's just a jumble. It doesn't tell you who the star player is or when the team was on a hot streak. It's just raw information. It's waiting for someone to give it a voice, to tell its story.
And that's the big question, isn't it? How do we take that chaotic mess of numbers and shape it into a story that's clear, that's powerful, and that actually means something to people?
Well, the secret is having the right tools for the job. Just like a carpenter wouldn't use a hammer to saw a piece of wood, we need the right tools to tell the right data story. So let's get our hands dirty and build our very own data storytelling toolkit, one tool at a time.
Okay, first up in our toolkit, tools for comparison. These are the ones you reach for when you want to put different groups side by side and see how they really stack up against each other.
Now, before we grab a tool, we need to understand something called discrete data. It sounds kind of technical, but trust me, it's super simple. It's basically anything you can count. 1, 2, 3, like the number of red cars on your street or the number of people in a room who use an iPhone. They're separate, distinct things.
And for that kind of countable data, the bar chart is your best friend. See how each phone brand has its own bar? And more importantly, see those gaps in between? That's not an accident. Those gaps are visually shouting at you, hey, these things are separate. It makes comparing them incredibly easy.
But what about stuff you can't just count? What about things you measure? That's where continuous data comes in. Think about your height or the temperature outside. It's not just one number or another. It can be any value along a spectrum, decimals and all.
So how in the world do you graph that? You can't give every possible height its own bar, right? That'd be chaos. Instead, we use a different tool, the histogram. A histogram is clever. It groups the data into ranges or bins. And here's the key difference. See how the bars are all touching? That shows that the data is continuous, flowing from one range right into the next.
So let's just nail this down. Bar graph, for separate, countable things. You're going to see gaps between the bars. Histogram, for measured, continuous things that are grouped together. No gaps allowed. It all comes down to the kind of story your data wants to tell.
Okay, let's grab the next tool from our kit. What if you're not comparing different things, but instead you want to show how different pieces make up a single complete picture?
For that job, you need a pie chart, or its slightly more stylish cousin, the donut chart. These are absolutely perfect for showing proportions. Your eyes immediately go to the biggest slice, right? You can see in a split second that fruit cocktail is the crowd favorite. All those slices, all those percentages, they all add up to one thing, 100% of the people we asked.
But, a percentage can feel a little abstract, so let's make it real. That 45% for fruit cocktail, well, out of the 120 students in the survey, that means 54 actual people picked it. Suddenly, it's not just a number on a chart, it's a group of people. It feels more real, doesn't it?
All right, time for our final tool. We've compared categories and we've seen parts of a whole. But what if the story you want to tell is about how things change over time?
Let's look at Jabu's TV habits for a year. I mean, you can stare at this table of numbers all day, and maybe you'll spot a pattern, maybe, but who has time for that? We need to see the journey. We need to see the ups and downs. And for that story, the absolute best tool is a line graph.
Because the second you plot this data on a line graph, bam! A story just leaps off the page. You instantly see these spikes in April and July. What's happening then? Probably school holidays, right? And then look at that massive drop in November. You can almost feel the stress. It's got to be exam time. See? That boring table just became a story about Jabu's year.
And just like that, you've done it. You have built your foundational data storytelling toolkit. It's got 3 essential tools that will help you make sense of almost any data you come across. So let's do a quick recap. It really boils down to this. If you want to compare different categories, you grab a bar chart or a histogram. If you want to show how parts make up a whole, a pie chart is your go-to. And if you need to track change over time, the line graph is your best friend. Remember, choosing the right tool isn't about making things look pretty. It's about telling the clearest and most honest story you can.
So now you've got the toolkit, and here's my challenge to you. The next time you see a chart in the news or online, don't just glance at it. Stop. Look closer. Ask yourself, what story are they trying to tell me here? And which tool did they choose to tell it? Because every chart has a story. And now you know how to listen.